rebuilding. The catastrophic failure, a new start. Physically, mentally, our careers, our businesses. Step back, first step, next step. The driver in me just wants to get it done tomorrow. We'll do this, do that, let's move this, where are we at with this? You build some confidence, build some self-esteem, start to feel better about yourself. The Silverback Blueprint Podcast, a show for men over 40. We focus on getting stronger, staying motivated, building discipline, creating a community, and becoming truly happy. Hey guys, and welcome to episode 107 of the Silverback Blueprint Podcast. Today I want to talk about reviewing your day, or the title would be Review Your Day. We talk a lot about journaling. We talk a lot about getting started properly in the morning so that we can get our headspace right, our mindset right. We can figure out what's important, what are the top 3 to 5 tasks that need to get done during the day. And then ideally we go about our day. And then I think it's important, I know something that I've started to do more of as well, is actually review the day. Take some time at the end of the day. Again, 10, 15 minutes, doesn't have to be forever. And then just look at things. And just where did the day go? How did it go? At the end of the day, we start with the best of intentions, right? We're all full of piss and vinegar. We're excited. We're set up mentally, physically. And then we unleash on the world, or the world unleashes on us, whatever happens. But I think what's really important is that we need to sit back and evaluate to see what did we get done? What was accomplished? What popped up, right? And then from that, we can, again, course correct and see what's going on. Did we accomplish everything we set out to do? Did we get those 2 to 3 big things that we said, hey, these have to get done today? Do we get them done, right? And then at the end of the day, how was the day overall? Rate the day. Was it a good day? Was it a great day, right? What didn't go well? What went super well? And is there any highlights? Was there any bed shitting? Was there, something has to happen during your day. I think, nothing bothers me more than when I ask someone how their day was, especially someone close to me in my inner circle, and they're like, nah, it was all right. Or, anything's happened, like nothing. I'm like, wow, what a loss of a day, right? We talk about it, about having the best day possible. A couple of podcasts ago we did, Capper DM, seize the day, crush a DM, crush the day. I mean, it's so important, right? That we come up with something from the day, that we have something to show for it, emotionally, physically, spiritually, just moving the needle, right? I think it's so important. And if we're not having those days, we need to sit down and evaluate what's going on. Are we truly doing the morning rituals? Are we truly picking tasks that need to get done that will make the biggest difference in our days? Right? That doesn't matter if it's your career, your business, your personal goals, your relationships, financials, whatever it is, right? We need to pick 2 to 3 things that need to get done to make those goals become a reality, to move us down towards those goals. But then super important is we need to turn around and evaluate. How did that go? Did I hit the mark? Did I miss the mark? And if I hit it, how did it feel? If I missed it, why did I miss it? If I hit those 2 or 3 things I had to get done, how did that feel? Like, take time to take that in. Take time to appreciate that. Was it a relief? Was it exciting? Was it stressful? And, other things came of it? Like, we need to sit down and take some time and evaluate what's going on with that. Most important, I think the biggest thing overall is we need to decide, did we work a plan? Did we have a plan? And did we work the plan? And I'll tell you right now, if we don't have a plan, then nothing's going to work. If we had a plan and we didn't execute on it, nothing's going to work. I'd rather see a weak plan with execution than a phenomenal plan and you avoided things. You avoided things because there were difficult things to get done. One of the concepts that a lot of people in productivity talk about is find out 1 or 2 things that are the toughest things that have to get done that day. Is it a tough conversation? Is it a tough email? Is it a tough decision, right? Is it something that's stressful? Is it something that's just not comfortable for you? Is it not in your wheelhouse? Put those first and get those done first. nothing else happens until you get the one or two big things happening. And in fact, as they talk, the more I read about productivity, they're really focusing on one big thing per day. That one thing that is going to make a huge difference. Maybe you're solving something. Maybe you're ending something. Maybe you're creating something, right? But it needs to be big, and it needs to be done first thing. First thing when we have all the energy, the emotional energy, the physical energy, right? We want to attack that and get that done when we're at our best. Not leave it till, you know what, I got a 10-minute break between 2 and 2:15. I'm going to make a quick call and get it done. Oh, thank God it was the answer machine. You leave a message and you let go. But you know what, guys? That's fear-based. It's dealing with, you're uncomfortable and you're afraid to attack it. And I get it, and it's real, right? But we have to get through it. And like anything else, you get better at doing it. But if you do it from a position of power where you feel at your strongest, you feel at your best, you're going to do a better job with it, right? If you thought about it the day before, if you thought about it that morning, you put a plan together, then just execute on it. One of the things that happens for me, and this is, maybe a part of, being an alcoholic, is like I tend to extrapolate all the possibilities to the nth degree. And what if this happens? And what if this happens? And, at what point can I punch the person? Like, all these things come into mind. And rarely does it ever in actuality get to that point. But we get worked up. Our mind starts wandering. Our mind starts racing because we're dealing with fear. We're dealing with the unknown. Right? I find one of the things that's helping me the most when I have to deal with something is actually sitting down, researching it, figuring out what it is I have to do, right? What's the best way to do it, and then turn around and execute on that. And I find that it makes such a big difference. And if I don't know something, I look it up. If I can't look it up, I call the expert. I call the lawyer. I call the accountant. I have an inner circle. I talk to my inner circle, right? I use those resources. We talked about episodes ago about creating that team, the dream team. Right? You create them for a reason. And at the end of the day, right, by doing that, and I find by attacking those things, and attack's aggressive word because sometimes we just feel we have a lot of energy and we have a lot of feels about it, right? But, some people talk about gamifying it. Hey, it's a game every day. This is what I want to do and I want to win and I want to do this. If that's your mentality, then do it. If you want to just attack things that are bothering you, then use that. But whatever it is, use that and go after those things. But at the end of the day, how did you do? And from the big things to the little things. Big things first, but the little things. Did I stay on point with my nutrition? Did I get my exercise in? Because those things matter tremendously as well, right? And then be honest with yourself. And then based on what you see as you review the day, turn around and make adjustments for the next day. So often now I find that as I'm reviewing the end of the day, I'm going to my next day in my journal and I'm writing a couple of notes, especially what I call my top 5. I have a top 5 that I try to work on. And at the end of the day, I reevaluate, and the ones I didn't get done, I carry over. But when I carry them over, I try to really understand why I didn't get it done. Did I get it done, not get it done because was it one of those days, or the first couple of things that were bigger just took more of my energy, resources, and time? Well, that's fair. Did I not get it done because I wasn't focused and I let other things get in the way and I drifted and wandered, right? That's where I have to catch myself, okay? And then move forward. But then I try to move that up in importance as well. Sometimes we have these little things we have to get done, and they're the nagging little things, and they don't seem big, but we're thinking about them all the time. That takes energy. That takes focus away from us. We need to get those things out of the way. The review is super important. Take the review, turn around, create some of your first things you need to do the next day with it. And then when you go to start your journal the next morning and you start doing your rituals, what I find is when I've got a couple of notes there, I'm like, all right, I got to get these done. I've had a night to sleep on it. It's more front of mind. I can be more creative. I can get more focused on it, and I get more efficient at getting these things done. And I think that's probably one of the most powerful things. We're seeing and reading a lot now, again, in journaling and productivity, about the nighttime episode of your journaling, right? It's the same as reviewing your day, and it's figuring out when do you do it. Do you do it before you go to bed? 10 minutes before you go to bed? Do you do it at the end of the day when it's quiet and you can just take out your journal and make a few notes and think and just ponder on the day? Find your way of doing it, but be consistent. And I found for me, it's been very powerful, and it's helping me move things further. It's allowing me to catch myself in my own bullshit as well, too. I'm like, fuck her, you got to get this done. It's 5 days now that you move this forward. That's bullshit. Get it fucking done. right? And then, ideally you're going to get tired of seeing it there, and you can move forward on it. I found for me, since I've been incorporating the review of the day, that, the end of day part of the journaling, I like what's happening. I find the momentum's even better overall. And it's good to evaluate. Sometimes you sit there and you look at your day and you realize, you know what? Some cool shit really did happen, right? You get a chance to sit there and spend time in the good things that happen. Appreciate, what you got done. You could have a crazy day. We have days, the world will throw crazy shit out of us from left field. Right? But if we can have that happen, we have some chaos, but we still got those things done, how motivating is that, right? How empowering is that? You'll feel even more successful. You feel even more capable, right? And that makes us stronger. That gives us more momentum and stuff, right? So super, super cool. If you haven't been doing it, guys, definitely give it a try. Let me know what you think. Head on over to iTunes. Leave us a 5-star rating and give us a review, please. All these things help super much. All right. I'm going to break down the English language for you guys. Head on over to hostilegear.com. Use the code Silverback to save 20%. It's still a little cool. We're recording this in May. This is going to go out when, Luke? July. I guarantee you need a hoodie in July for the evenings, the walks along the beaches. Head on over to Hostile Gear. Get yourself something really cool. Guys, I really appreciate you guys spending the time. And as always, work hard, motherfuckers. And I'll talk to you guys later.